Hello and welcome to Bottom Line. Today is International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, and the theme for this year is Better Knowledge for Better Care. I also have with me Dr. Sondeep Hanse. Dr. Sondeep Hanse is in the studio with me. Dr. Sondeep Hanse is a Chief Functionary of State Link Coordinating Agency for the states of Assam and Meghalaya for drug prevention schemes under MSJE, Government of India. And he's also the State Coordinator, National Drug Survey. Very warm welcome, sir, to Bottom Line. Dr. Hanse, you have been involved, you are the state coordinator, National Drug Survey, have been involved with the coordinating agency of the states for Assam and Meghalaya. What are the basic challenges that are being faced, state-wise? What are the basic challenges we are facing? Because it's only getting bigger. Despite all efforts, the problem is getting bigger in magnitude. What are the key challenge areas you feel?
Being part of the national survey and also as a state coordinator the time and now actually as a coordinating agencies between the state government and central government, we have observed and we have realized that the magnitude and problem is so vast. Last year 2019 the national survey extent on pattern substance use has been come out, which has been enlisted statistical data shows that the problem of heroin drugs, mainly I am say about the opioid drugs, it's much more higher increases actually. It reaches more than 80 lakhs population out there in India, and basically in northeastern state because it is adjacent to the Myanmar, so the magnitude has also increased and come up. So state-wise the data is still yet to come out, but I mean to say that the data also says that addictions is increases. Addiction increases, the number of prevalence is much more, but they doesn't come for treatment. All people doesn't come for treatment. Only 20 out of 1 only reach doctors or any de-addiction centers or service providing agencies. That means that they are still a hidden population in the society. Again, the government has launched several programs. New programs has come out, like we term it as ODIC. It is like a OPD as well as like CPLI. It is a community-based programs that deals with the juveniles, young children, adults, that which teaches the life skill, the decision-making things has been designed in such a way so that the students and all the young people should know understand the bad and the goodness of all these uses.
Absolutely, we have to potentially identify the vulnerable section, the vulnerable population, and reach out to them before they get addicted. Probably that would be the mantra. Dr. Hanse, there's a very thin line, as Dipanka just mentioned, that victims are treated like criminals. Well, but law is law. If a contraband item is found in your possession, the police will take action, and that's where there's no rule in black and white for that and how to deal with it. The police will have to go by the book when that is concerned, and probably that is something that needs to be dealt with. It's quite critical in nature, isn't it? Again, because there's a peddler who supplies, there's somebody who takes that, and most of the times if we find those arrested, those apprehended are not exactly peddling, but may have taken a little bit of the supply, and that's where and probably that's what we are talking about.
Right. The problem that deals with this is legally we call it Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act, NDPS Act. Basically it is the legal act which is very stringent, it is very rigid. That means like there is no flexibility. I mean to say that there is certain means like something has been given in a very strict way, that if you have got this quantity of substance in your pocket, or you are dealing or you are selling to someone, then there is a like a non-bailable warrant against that person. So it is under the context of law, it is very stringent, but being a service provider, we believe, and we also encounter with the home department, those who are caught red-handed with the drugs peddling or trafficking, they used to keep in the custody. That also we have to deal in such a way so that the person or that person, particular person, should not be go through some physical or mental violence like consequences, bad consequences, because the withdrawal is very much painful. So that should be dealt with very cautiously. So it is also up to the state, because the central government is giving the means like legal, very legal, stringent legal position in this context, but up to it also depends on flexibility of particular regions. But see, like I mean to say, in context to the Punjab, like Punjab, it is very much out of all the Indian state, it is very much, the prevalence rate is much more higher in Punjab. So once upon a time, the governor said like those who has been caught red-handed, that should be given the life imprisonment, or that should be given some life sentences or something like that. But still that part, the amendment and the re-amendment has been going on. So now I am to say it is a very means like rigid and stringent as per the NDPS Act.
Absolutely, and that is also a reason why a lot of people are shy to come forward, probably the fear of cross-questioning. Dr. Hanse, from your experience, why do you think the state authorities with help from NGOs, despite all their efforts, are unable to stop the spread of this menace? Of course, a lot of programs are underway, a lot of awareness campaigns. It's a common affair. We don't have to wait for International or World Drug Day for an awareness campaigns. We have regular awareness campaigns. But where do you think, do you think it's that huge chunk of, it's a lucrative trade, as Mr. Bishnoi just mentioned? Do you think that is the key factor? That is the driving factor why it gets very difficult to deal with this situation? Do you think that is also the single most challenging factor?
See, the problem is, the magnitude of the problem is very vast. As per the, I already mentioned, like the institution, the service provider are very small in number, the organizations, very few organizations. As for example, in Guwahati, only 15-20 organizations are working for drug rehabilitation treatment programs. In context to Assam, I mean to say there are not more than 100 organizations are working. That means like if all organizations will totally work in a group way, then it will touch only 2,000-3,000 up to 5,000 people in a year to rehabilitate. But the problem that in Assam there are more, as per the national survey, as per the assumption, it has been observed more than 1 lakh heroin drug users. Apart from that, there are also other different type of addictions are there. Substance abuse like alcohol, cannabis, these type of addictions pertaining to this one, opioid drugs. So this, the magnitude is so vast. So service providers are small. So some of the preventive new programs are coming. I mean to say that ODIC, the government has recently launched. This is the OPD programs. So the like CPLI, community-based PLI intervention programs. This new program has been launched by the government in each and every district. But still, I believe that this program will touch only the small portion of society. It will not touch all. So more and more number of programs should come out yet. The government should take more number of programs, more initiative, as well as the public should also come in favor with the organizations and with supporting all the home department, all the, because this department, home department, social welfare department, teaching education department, and all the enforcing department should work in a joint venture. It should be a, means like in a uniform, common way, so that it can be eradicated.
The last words, Dr. Hanse, very quickly, 30 seconds.
As a organization's head, I just want to welcome all the users to come forward for the treatment as soon as early, so that we can go for treatment, rehabilitation, and involve yourself also, so that you can help to others. This is as a part of treatment center. I welcome to all the users. As a part of prevention, I suggest all the parents.
Confidence building is a must.
Yeah,
Dr. Trideep Chaudhary, last words. What is your advice to the parents, to society, to the school authorities, everyone? Very quickly.
Yeah, addiction is a chronic brain disease. It has got a relapsing and remitting pattern. But unfortunately, only biological measures will not prevent or cure the disease. And rightly, it has been called the biopsychosocial model of treatment, and for that, all the stakeholders, every portion of the society has to come forward to help us to take this problem, to take out the root of this problem and throw it away. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Society has to come together. Society has to help the law enforcing agencies, and it's a battle that we have to fight collectively. Thank you so much, Mr. L.R. Bishnoi, Dr. Hanse, Dr. Chaudhary, Hasina Karbi, and of course, Dipanka for joining us on Bottom Line. We hope things do improve and we do win the battle against drug abuse. That's a wrap.